Love is in the air and frame of mind is back. You feel
Yeah.
me? Hey.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. I don't even like peanuts like that, you know.
Sorry,
I
for
think
everyone that can't see, Kevin's wearing a jumper that says
yeah.
Peanuts.
Sorry, it's got, what's his name?
Snoopy.
Snoopy. Yes. Yeah, I think I might be slightly allergic to peanuts.
Really?
Yeah, but not like where it'll kill me.
Just, you know, it gets tingly.
Yes, my throat, no diddy, gets really itchy. Like, and you can't really scratch your throat.
You can.
Yeah, that. I don't really like doing that.
That's such a black people thing, you know.
Bruh, my cousin does it. Bruh. And this guy here, he's my twin.
Sorry.
Like, they say he's my twin. He's just, every time, bro. For no reason, he's just
Do
chilling.
you remember Nanika used to do that at school?
Yes. Yeah.
Shout out to Nanika. Yeah, I want to send her that bit. She used to be itching her throat and tapping her head like no business every day.
Slay queen.
Woo. But here,
speaking of slaying, you know what, bruv? I'm here.
hitting the thing.
I hope that really has.
Kevin
To be
keeps
fair, I
getting
didn't.
I didn't hear it.
But what we talking about today? Oh, love languages.
Love languages is here. It's what we're here for today.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of people really derive their relationships and interactions, sexual interactions, romantic interactions, based off of love languages. Like you have to really match it, otherwise.
as in match with the other person.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean like yours has to be the same as mine,
Yeah.
but you have to be on a close enough wavelength to where, because you know, there's some out of the 5, some are like fairly different from the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel like they have to match.
Same.
I don't feel
'Cause you
like
can
we need
still
to stop
connect.
agreeing.
Yeah. It's not controversial enough.
No, I feel like I don't think they need to match per se.
Yeah.
I think the other person's needs to be known.
Ooh, okay.
Like, so for example, for me, I know like one of my exes, we didn't speak about that. Like that wasn't a conversation that we had in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it was more of a later conversation, but it took a while to realize I was trying to love him the way I wanted to be loved.
Ooh, good. She's spin.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas if I had known his love language,
It could have gone better.
I would have loved him the way he wanted or
And
what he
vice
needed,
versa.
and vice versa.
So did he love you the way you wanted it? Oh, she's for those of you on
little thing,
Spotify,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's thinking.
And is that because you
Yeah.
told him, or he just picked it up from you?
I guess he just knew.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, I think we were quite similar in terms of what we wanted.
Yeah.
But there were aspects that he needed that I didn't know about.
Right.
So like we had a similar love language. It was kind of on the verge of like quality time. So we
Yes.
always wanted to spend time with each other anyway,
Which is good.
which is good. So that was kind of mine at the time. So it was already happening for both of us, but then he had extras that I didn't know about or we'd never spoken about or I didn't think about or those could, because to be honest, I didn't really think about those things before.
Yeah.
I don't think until after that relationship, I didn't really think about those things.
Right. How
Whereas
long ago was
now, before COVID,
that? Okay, so we're talking like 5-6 years.
yeah.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I didn't think about those things back then like that.
I don't think I've
not hard
ever-
enough. Anyway,
I don't think I've ever thought about love languages.
now I'm like,
I hear it.
bam,
I hear it.
I got it.
I hear it. I think my partner introduced that to me more, and I had to kind of, I guess
Yeah.
love languages are a thing.
It seems a bit girly when you say it. Don't roll your eyes.
It's like
Star signs.
star signs.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But
it's kind of like
love
that, but I
languages-
think it's a bit. I think it.
They're more realistic.
Yeah, it's a lot more realistic.
So, for those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
there are 5 love languages. We're talking receiving gifts, physical touch, acts of service, quality time, which you heard Saskia say, and words of affirmation.
Yep.
Which one do you fall under?
Okay, so, I mean, really and truly, everyone has all of them. But it's
Of course.
Certain order. But mine's changed. As I've got older, did you hear that? It got silent.
Yeah.
Sorry. It got silent.
I really hope you love hearing that sound.
As I've got older, I think they've changed based on... It's weird because I don't know if it's because I've grown to know what I need in life in general. Yeah. Rather than what I want.
Ooh. Because those are very different things. You might want something, but what you need and receive is very different.
So I feel like going through that change makes those love languages change order.
Yeah.
So mine used to be, I'd say the top one used to be quality time. Quality time, physical touch were the top two.
Yeah.
Gifts was always at the bottom. It still is at the bottom. But then as I've got older, not even older, I just say know more of what I want, like I said.
Yeah.
It's changed to... What are ones again?
So
there's one that's just gone out of my head.
So quality time you said was...
Yeah.
There's acts of service.
Yeah. There we are. Boom.
Oh, look at that. I just get it.
Yeah. So it's kind of changed more to acts of service, but that's because I've been able to understand myself more, to know that, like, okay, so for me personally, growing up, I did everything for myself. Like, as an only child, single parent, like, I always did stuff to help my mum. Or if I needed, like, my dad was there but not there. Like, if I needed something from my dad, it was something I had to do myself.
Right.
Or if my mum played the dad role, I would do it.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would build stuff for my mum in the house. Things like that. So it was always kind of, not always, but, like, I felt like there were things that were dependent on me. So now, as an adult, I'm like, if someone turns around and does something for me without me asking...
You keep going. I'm listening.
Without me asking, that's, like, my version of act of service.
Yeah.
So that's them showing me love because they're going to take that off my hands. But that's me looking into myself and what has made me this way. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if you go through that weird little journey with yourself and work out what you need, I think those love languages change a little bit.
Yeah.
Because everyone, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, are going to start off with, physical touch or quality time. That's what we're going to start with.
Right.
That's going to be the top one or two for most people before a certain age.
So I was listening to what you're saying. But I was Googling. Question that I even asked earlier.
Yeah.
Are love languages related to your childhood? Because obviously you said growing up.
Yeah.
Single parent, all of that sort of stuff. So before I move on to that, my one is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't understand what that means, that's just being told I'm proud of you, or I love you, or you're doing a good job, or, you know, things like that. Just positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be positive, actually. It's just communication.
Just communication,
And I realized a long time ago for me, communication is very key.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I realized that in my first relationship. It was after that, in that period where I always say, go find yourself. Don't always go into the...
You better search.
Yeah, don't always rush.
Yeah.
Had I known that about myself, maybe that relationship would have gone on longer and whatever. So yeah, for me, words of affirmation is very key.
Yeah.
So I Googled, as Saskia was, talking about her acts of service. And it says, by the style of love language, we can also predict their past childhood traumas. Words of affirmation, so it's literally the first one, show lack of praise, no compliments, often criticized or judged. Quality time shows lack of attention, often feeling lonely, alone, not seen or heard. It doesn't... I have to actually open the website now to go to the rest. So it just decided to jab at me. Acts of service shows forced range of motion.
That's fun. Had force.
Act of service shows force rom. Oh, okay. There's a typo in there for some reason.
Lovely.
Well done, whatever website this is. Acts of service shows forced from a young age to be independent.
Yeah.
Which
Boom.
very
Boom! Hit the nail on the head.
that's mad. Physical touch shows lack of affection.
Yeah.
Discomfort in showing love. Gifts giving or receiving shows felt ignored or not noticed.
Which is
The
very...
impact of childhood trauma on love languages in romantic relationships is profound and complex.
And I think a lot of people haven't... I wouldn't say they haven't, or they're ignoring
Yeah.
their own self journey, if you
Yeah.
want to call it. Like, because a lot of people don't want to look into
No.
the negatives of what happened. Like,
No.
I have
Finding yourself
nothing. Yeah,
is-
I have nothing bad to say about my upbringing.
Yeah.
I
Same.
had a great time.
But you know that there's things that could have been better.
Hyper independence is there, but that's because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I grew up with my mum, who was also put in that situation.
Yeah.
As a young woman who moved to London on her own, then had me on her own with no family here, her hyper independence just kept coming down, and she just taught me that because that's what she knew. So like, it was never a bad thing for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I still do, but only now am I going into that thought process of, oh,
It means this. Oh, it's related to that. And I
maybe
think,
I can let somebody do it for
right.
me. Kind of vibe.
And it's good that like you took the time to
Yeah.
find that about you. And like you said, you had a very good upbringing, so did
Yeah.
I.
Because we were together.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that some things could have been better.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, like the acts of service. It would have been nice to have someone else to do it for you.
Yeah.
Which you're realizing now, oh, it is nice for someone to do it.
It's
for me.
nice.
And for me, it said, was it lack of praise?
Yeah.
And whatever. Yeah, I would agree. I didn't hear it so often from not just parents, but family or friends.
Yeah. Everyone who
But
was there at
it
that
was
time.
still shown. Like, you could tell that they weren't, what's the words I'm looking for? They weren't disappointed in me or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But it would have been nice to hear, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job.
Rather than just being them assuming that you know.
Yeah. And for me, especially with sports, as confident as I am, I do get into modes. It could be in the middle of a game, it could be in the middle of a season, could be in the middle of a practice, where for some reason, my confidence will just drop.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I'm telling myself, am I as good as everybody else here? For no reason. Physically, I can compete.
Yeah.
And I tell myself this to this day. I can compete. But it changes when you get on the court or the football pitch or whatever. That won't always hold. And I feel like the words of affirmation would, if I had been told, I'm proud of you, you're doing a good job, whatever, possibly could have flipped that, where that confidence stays.
Just sticks, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, or the moment it drops slightly,
You can pick yourself up.
yeah. And that also works within love, the relationship,
Yeah.
romantic sides, where sometimes you don't feel you're doing a good job as a partner. You know?
That's what they're there for.
Right.
But it's so hard if they don't know that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, for
the...
sure.
I
But
just...
you have to know that
You have
yourself.
to know, yeah.
If you don't know it, then how are they supposed to know it?
Exactly.
Unless you're
And
dealing
that's
with
the
like
problem.
a therapist or someone who just is really intrigued in these things, you're gonna slack.
Yeah, like you can't expect somebody else to just
Find it for you.
find... Yeah.
Do
There's
you know what's
no
funny?
way you're going to find my journey.
But not to get too into your business, but
In my business.
but
Yeah, go on.
one of those last people you dated
Yeah.
said that the same nonsense of, nah, I want someone else to help me through my journey or whatever, which is lame.
Lame.
First of all, you're a grown man, so
Lame.
go find
Yeah.
yourself.
You've gotta do it. Like it's the same thing as like when they're like, oh, how do you expect someone to respect you if you don't respect yourself? Same thing. Like,
Facts.
find your own, like,
Facts.
journey to understand the real you so they can be there for the real you.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just, what we doing? The hell we doing here? But to be fair, this took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah, for
Like-
sure. And don't get it wrong.
Only just
like,
before COVID
we're
did
still
I
young.
get here.
We're still young. The fact that we're 28 going on to 29.
I'm already
Oh, she's there. I'm going on to 29 soon. But like the fact that we've learned this in our 20s is very
helpful.
very good. There are people out there that don't know this until sometimes after their first divorce.
Yeah.
They'll be married into their 40s, divorce,
Yeah.
go into their 50s, meet a different partner and realize,
Oh,
I
should've done that
like
before.
quality time. I like physical touch. I like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Or some people are just ignoring it completely because they don't want to.
Right. And it's okay to go back and look at your childhood trauma. Even I don't see it as a trauma.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's something that could have been implemented. I mean, for me, I know I go out of my way to do it for my goddaughter. Like I always tell her, you're doing good. I'll go watch her plays and you did a good job, Baba. You did the blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like, and so does her dad and her mum.
Yeah.
Especially her dad is a very close friend of mine and we spoke about this before she was born. Like,
Yeah.
he wants to make sure he does that for her because that's freaking like it's necessary. Especially, and I don't want to make it a race thing, but as a black
Yeah.
girl growing up, you kind of need that empowerment. So, yeah, like for me, definitely going back and realizing these things weren't implemented.
Choke. Okay, so we got one down. We got one down, one to go, and that would be me. He's back now. I don't know what he's choking on. Now. Like, there's literally nothing to be choking
I don't know.
on.
Boy,
Emotions.
you got to talk.
Do you know what though? I was thinking when you're saying your goddaughter, I think it's so interesting for me now watching people my age and younger with their kids. Because I feel like I don't even know if they connect, but in my head they kind of do. Because obviously understanding your love language, connecting it to your childhood, you would raise your children differently.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like, I'm not saying people I know, but a lot of people that are having children young haven't even got there yet.
Ooh, that's a freaking shout, you know.
So they don't even know. Look at me trying to piece it together at the same time with my eyes. They don't even know the trauma that might not be trauma to them. Because it's
Yeah.
not trauma to us.
Yeah.
But we had to go through a certain
We
spot.
grew up.
Yeah.
We grew.
To realize, as much as it's not trauma, there's something there.
Yeah.
But they haven't even got there to do that for their own kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's interesting, obviously, you say that for your goddaughter, because you probably wouldn't have had that same train of thought if she was born
Before?
how many years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, for sure not. I probably instinctively would have done some of it,
Yeah.
just
Just based off character.
just love.
Yeah.
Just based off love and character. Like
Yeah.
I would tell her I'm proud of her and I always
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
But knowing what I know now about myself and having these conversations with my friend, it's evident that it has to be pushed onto obviously
Yeah.
not just my goddaughter, but when I eventually have children on my
Yeah.
own. And just like I've got a young friend who I helped. The same friend I was talking about, he also helped him.
Yeah.
He's under 20. He wanted to play basketball. We helped him through that. Just helped him become a man.
Yeah.
And recently, he's gone into music and stuff like that, and religion. He's found himself. He's doing very well. And I remember recently as well, I told him, bro, I'm proud of you. Like
Yeah.
I'm proud of the fact that you found something that you generally love, and you're doing something, you're pursuing it, and blah blah blah. Like I'm proud of you. And he literally responded back like, I've never heard that. And it hit home for me because it's like, damn, I ain't heard of that. I ain't heard that either. I felt it, but I ain't heard it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, like I really appreciate hearing that. And I'm not that much older than him.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably 9 to 10 years older than him, which isn't that big of a.
I think that's a big. That's a big one though. That a lot of people. I think you'll come to see a lot of. I feel like boys don't get that.
No.
That I'm proud of you. It doesn't really. I feel like I've heard more guys say they've never heard that before.
Yeah, and it's not that you could tell that your parents are or your family. Oh yeah. Whatever. It's just
the actual hearing.
You have to hear it. You have to let the child know that you're proud or you love them or whatever the affirmations are.
Yeah.
The love or whatever. It's okay to let them know, bro. I love you.
I love you. Do you know what scares me though? Not scares me, but like when I think about that now, it's like, okay, now I've understood obviously the whole hyper independent thing.
Yeah.
Obviously when I have kids, I would prevent that for them. But would that like obviously you're minimalizing one, but does that greater the others? Do you know what I mean? Because you're so focused on not creating them yourself.
Look at that face.
But does that? Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so
you don't want to overdo one.
Yeah.
You want to keep it all balanced.
Yeah. Because obviously, because I know so much about one.
Yeah.
How do you
balance the other ones into the life as well? I hear that.
That's the only scary part.
For me, the gift giving is the easiest one. Like that was last on my list, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't mind receiving a gift and I don't mind giving a gift, but I feel like there's better ways to show your appreciation and love for whomever. It doesn't have to be your partner, whoever it is in your life. And for me, I will implement that to my children as well to not attach such feelings towards physical things.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny though? In a weird way, I can slightly put gifts in acts of service.
Okay, fair enough.
In a sense of it's not like gifts, but like for example, if I go somewhere or I go to a shop and I'm like, oh, they're gonna like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'll just buy them.
It could be useful.
Like, it could be 10p.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This could work for them. In my weird little brain, it could be an act of service to help you do something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't say, even though I've bought it for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little.
It's just to help you with your daily routines, whatever it is you're doing your makeup. Here's something that will help you with.
Yeah, just
sorting your makeup out and all. Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, gifts would be the bottom of mine.
Yeah. What was mine?
Because material, it's just too materialistic for me.
Yeah.
Because that's going to disappear one day. Probably soon, because I'll probably lose it. So, like, but there are people that are quite on gifts for good reasons. Because I know a lot of people that are quite sentimental. And, like, for example, you buy them something, they'll keep it forever. I'm throwing it away at some point.
Yeah.
But some people will keep things forever.
You know what I do? Certain, depending on who the person was. I don't, it's not like I treasure it and it's like in it, but I will, when I'm going around, I don't know, you know when you're just clearing out?
Yeah.
I'll see it.
I've got a few things.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, that, even though I may put it back in the place that I'm going to forget all about it.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I'm not going to get rid of it. I know I've got something that my friend gave to me years when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They gifted it to me for Christmas or something. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I've never thrown it away. It's literally, I will find it maybe every like 3-4 years.
I'll be like, look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess I have a few things like that.
But yeah, anyways, for mine, it was words of affirmation first, quality time second, acts of service third, physical touch fourth, and gifts was the last. And I can see that. Because the physical touch stuff,
I feel like that disappears as you get older as well.
I don't need to cuddle. But I don't mind.
Don't touch me. You have to cuddle.
Nah,
but like, I want to
chill. Always I want to cuddle, bruh. I don't want to cuddle.
I I don't.
No, I don't.
But
I'm the type that I don't mind. Like, if yours is physical touch, I can adjust to it.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
you also have to respect it with me where it doesn't.
Don't get upset that I'm not touching you.
Yeah, because it's not like I'm not touching you because I don't love you. I don't like you. It's just
Sit there.
It's not my
and just
nature.
Sit there.
Yeah, it's not my
We're
nature.
gonna sit like this. It's all right. I still
like-
love you, but we're gonna sit like this.
Because the quality time, like we could just be chilling in bed
Yeah,
together.
yeah. I hear you.
I don't need to be.
I'm trying to think of what we don't need to be on. It's hot.
Yeah, I'm
we
saying.
don't need to be all
I'm saying.
in the summer. Sit over there.
Especially don't touch me.
Sit over there. Don't need to be on top of me. I'm looking at the list right there because I can't remember because I've got aphantasia. Remember, terrible memory. Okay, so I'd say this is my new order.
Yeah,
Acts of service. It might be in the order.
it looks like it is. You know, for
Has
you.
she just written this for me? Acts of service. Quality. Actually, words of affirmation. Maybe not. Because I'll just tell myself. Acts of service. Oh, where's it gone? Acts of service, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving. Yeah, just swap those two around. I'd say.
Okay,
For me, yeah.
that sounds good.
It's quite good. Yeah. It's weird that they can connect to like so many other things.
Yeah,
Because I think not knowing about them, you just make weird assumptions.
about what they could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just,
yeah.
But just about anything. Like, I remember sitting somewhere with a boy somewhere. I'm like, why's your leg on me?
Oh,
But that's because for me, I don't need to touch you
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know
yeah.
that
But
we're
some
in this
people need
together.
that.
Some people need
yeah.
to be physical contact the whole time. And I'm like, right, but why is your toe there? You know what I mean? But for them, that means something.
Why's your toe there?
Why's your toe there? Like, it didn't make any sense. But then when you think about it and look further into it, like, okay,
Yeah,
they need cuddles
cuddles. Big
more
man.
than I do.
Big man. I'm joking. If you need cuddles, you need cuddles.
Cuddles. Like, I like cuddles, but I'm not going to cry if I don't get them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
Like, if someone carries my shopping for me, that'd be great.
Yeah. That to you is like
Oh,
that's the one.
Because I have to carry it every week
I hear it.
from Lidl to my house.
How far is that?
It's like a 20-minute walk. Yeah. I got a granny trolley now. We call her Doris. Because men ain't carrying it. So Doris is going to carry it. But yeah, like, yeah, I think I think people are less willing to look into love languages because of the trauma connection.
Yeah,
But I really think it helps.
for sure.
I really think it
Knowing yourself is just.
it becomes one of my first conversations with people now.
I don't know about that.
No, because I need to know. Because I'm not doing this otherwise. If you don't know, I can't bother. I will hint you to the right direction. I will ask you and be like, well,
Yeah.
I feel like you should, but most people know. Like, I feel like most people I've spoken to nowadays, they kind of know because it kind of became a thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I feel like it kind of became a topic of conversation. But yeah, I talk about all these things at the beginning. I'm like, let's get them out.
That
I'm not
sounds a bit-
dilly-dallying talking to you for 6 weeks for then you to not know.
What we talk when we say beginning, what we talk about?
It's not the first question. But it's, it's in the first week.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. That sounds a bit intense.
Yeah, it's in the first week.
Have you at least had the first date?
Yeah. As in, I've met them before.
First date. I'm not talking about met. Date. You've gone out.
Yeah.
You've had a day together, a night together, whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah,
Gone
if you've
through
gone out and met them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you're doing all of that before the first date, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to know things about people. Listen, Kevin, you ain't spoken to these men.
Obviously not.
You got to find out a lot before you even meet them because at this point, it's pointless otherwise. Seriously, I'm not coming. I'm not coming on the date if that's the thing. I'm not showing up.
I hear that. I hear
hard.
that. We were supposed to talk about something else, but
Were we?
what Noor suggested. But I don't know if we'll have time.
I feel like
Jasmine, do we
you
have
can
time?
do it. for the the closing conversation.
Do we have like
It's
5
quick.
minutes? You gotta let us know quickly, bruv.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
We've got the
So-
all clear. 5 minutes.
So, our friend Noor suggested we talk about this one because it actually was a pretty big thing whilst she was away. So
Yeah,
she
I
got
don't-
hit with the, what the hell are you talking
I
about?
was like, what's going on?
So essentially, there was a very viral TikTok or whatever reel that came out of a gentleman asking, I think it was like 6 women in this clip, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a bear or a man? I think, let's just say there was 5. 4 out of 5 said a bear. 1 said a man. Actually, one of them said it depends on the man, but for now I'll just say bear.
it's a
so-
singular bear. Or okay.
It would be a bear.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of wild, but I'm not gonna lie, I understood it because it also depends on the context. So if it's we both are stuck there, but I can only talk about me as a man. If we're both stuck there and we're both trying to find a way out, I'm not gonna lie. Don't be scared of me. I ain't worried about you. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Like I don't
Okay.
like. Obviously, I'm not gonna do anything anyway.
Yeah.
But my interest
Yeah,
is not
yeah.
you.
It's
My
getting
interest
out.
is getting the hell out of this forest because I'm shit scared of forests.
Yeah.
Literally, I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's mine. But if it's a context
If
of
there's
like
no context of the
you're
man,
stuck in the forest
And
and,
there's
there
just a
happens
man.
to be a man there
Yeah.
or it happens to be a bear,
I feel like that's more.
I'm not gonna
what it
lie.
is. Yeah.
even me, I might pick the freaking bear.
Yeah.
Because the bear, he can go about his day. I slowly
Yeah.
creep.
Yeah.
He goes on about his day. I might find a little trout fish.
Throw it
dash
that
in
way.
I
Yeah.
might be good.
Okay.
The man, he might club me over the head.
Bear or the man?
So what would you pick as the woman?
I feel like it's funny because obviously this question is based on modern day society of
Yeah, yeah,
men
yeah.
currently in the situation.
Yeah.
It would just be easier for it to be a bear.
Right. I hear it. I wanted to be controversial about it, but I really,
It
I
would just
really
be
did.
so much easier if it was a bear.
I
And that's
freaking get it.
crazy.
Yeah, I get it. I really get it.
Yeah.
Because
If it's a man, long.
Because if, like I said, if the scenario is she's stuck there and it just happens to be a forest with another dude in there, I've been listening to a lot of like, there's these YouTube channels. One's called Mr. Ballin and the one's called Coffee House Crime. And they just tell stories about crimes and stuff that have happened. And a lot of them are like within forests
Yeah.
where a guy is just randomly camping.
Yeah, because
and then
why
he
are
just
they
decides to
there?
attack. You won't even be a woman. It'll just be like a couple
just
or
for
a
no
guy.
reason.
and just
Yeah,
boom.
yeah, yeah. It
And
happens
I'm
a lot
like,
in
bruh.
CSI too.
You see? So,
Yeah.
Jasmine, what would you pick?
I literally don't. Jasmine's better say bear.
No, don't let her influence you. Buzzing. Ah, she said bear.
She's gonna say she's watched more CSI than I have, and because there's just so
100%.
many there's just so many outcomes
Yeah.
that it could be with the man. The bear, I'm gonna die.
You might not die, but
No,
you
no,
know
no.
it's
But
death.
if I was getting attacked by the man or the bear,
Yeah.
the bear's just gonna kill me.
You know what though? That's not guaranteed. Because I'm pretty sure of one of the facts with bears is they don't always kill their food.
No, but like he's coming to attack me for an attacking purpose.
Yes, but he will leave
The
you
man
alive.
has many
They literally
things.
keep you alive to keep you fresh. Yes, that
keep
is
me
accurate.
alive. Keep me alive, the bear. The man is gonna do things that
I hear it.
I don't want to be a part of.
I hear it. The food, you're just food.
I'm
You're
just food,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I get it. But
And the
there's-
other side, I could be anything.
yeah, everything. No, I hear you. A bear doesn't care about me the same way a human does. We care about you. What you talking about?
The bear cares about you.
Yeah, bear necessities.
Bear just needs to eat, or if not, save you for later. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you
yeah.
are literally like, he'll peel you up and you're half alive. And the funny thing is,
Off I go.
they dash like rocks and branches
still
on top of you
picking
to
a bear.
hide you. It's funny.
I
And it's
don't-
not funny
I'm
for
still
anyone. who's
picking a
experienced.
bear over a man.
I hear you. I do hear you. Cause
In
yeah,
2024, I'm picking a bear over a man.
that's shameful.
It's
I saw
sad.
some like some responses and tweets and stuff talking about like, oh, this is so stupid because like you have more of a chance of, I don't know, dying to a vending machine. Literally, you have more of a chance of dying to a vending machine than being hit by a plane or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I hear what you lot are saying. The percentages of something happening is, yeah, obviously. But
this is the question.
There are some deranged people out there. Yeah. And me as a guy, I'm saying, potentially, I don't know if I want to be stuck with a random dude.
Even a guy don't want to be stuck with a random guy in the forest. Like, why would a woman?
Can I trust you?
I don't even want to be walking down the street.
But actually, an episode in Atlanta,
yeah.
the rapper Paperboy, he's walking, he's having hallucinations and that. He's stuck in like some forest, and then he happens to sit down, and some homeless guy pops up. Right. Firstly, the homeless guy is nice to him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he starts like slowly getting more and more deranged.
Yeah.
And then he's like, literally before he escapes, he says, "You better leave now, otherwise I'm going to kill you." And I'm like, damn.
A man don't even want to be with a man in the forest. Why would a woman?
You. I don't trust you.
If they're a stranger, they're a stranger.
It's a bit of a mad one still. I understand why some guys are upset because they're taking it personally as if it was them.
Yeah,
and like, I'm not gonna do that. But you have to think about some dudes out there.
A wider range of men in the world.
And like me as a dude, let's say I'm out there camping. They might not kill me, but they might rob me for all of my things. For no reason. The bear, listen, I just gotta be survival and
I'll befriend the bear. We're good.
But, okay, I ain't doing all of that, bro. I love animals, but that ain't it.
Bow down. Wow.
In the back of your head. But yeah, cool. Well, you guys let us know. Would you choose the bear or the man or the woman? You know what I'm saying? Guys, would you ever be stuck in the forest with a bear or a woman?
A woman? I should hope.
Drop a comment as well. Let us know what your love languages are.
Yes.
Drop a little subscribe, a like. Follow us on the social pages. frameofmind.pod on Instagram and TikTok. Boom, boom. If you look at Saskia, it's there on her hand. But yes, I appreciate you listening, as always. Saskia?
Love us and leave us.